Over the last week or so, News Nation has broken an incredible story. A United States military helicopter pilot has come forward to say that he has been part of a UFO retrieval program.
News Nation has independently obtained previously unseen video obtained from a secret UAP craft retrieval program.
And there's video to prove it.
The James Linker experience.
First of all, my video is a commentary, kind of videos made by News Nation. I've talked about Ross Coulthard before. He seems a decent guy. So if you're interested in this topic, please go and have a look at News Nation's videos. And if a giant egg UFO is not of interest to you, I'm just shaking my head.
And then just visually looking at the object on the ground, you could tell that it was extraordinary and anomalous. It was not human.
This is Jake Barber, military helicopter pilot. We'll get into his background later.
How close did you get?
Well, I was a helicopter pilot and I operate with 150 foot to 200 foot long line. So I got within 150 feet of this object.
Here he is describing transporting an alien object using his helicopter.
What did you see?
I saw an egg, a white egg.
Was there any visible propulsion system on it?
No, not what we would know. There's no engine, there was no thermal signature. I was operating at night when I finally came in to pick it up, so I'm working under night vision goggles at the time.
Without further ado, here is the video that News Nation obtained from an independent source, not Jake Barber, verifying what he was saying.
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line.
Let's just say the internet has not been kind. This is 100% real, trust me, I'm an expert. The helicopter returned 30 minutes later to retrieve 2 slices of bacon. How come nobody's discussing the potential of a giant chicken running around? I was just about to. What am I going to talk about now? So instantly it reminds me of the Tic Tac UFO that Commander Fravor talked about, seeing smooth surfaces, no window, no visible propulsion system, perhaps not the exact same shape, but a similar type object.
Freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken.
Is it just me? Or is that not that clear?
This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval.
The reaction to the video has been mixed, but there is a lot of skepticism. The real question is, what came first, the chicken or the UAP? Touché. Here is a comment of support, which, because I know nothing about helicopters, I really appreciate reading insight like this. 20-year military helicopter pilot here with experience picking up external loads using NVGs. My opinion is the video is legitimate. Looks like the crew chief took it while watching the load. The only thing that is suspect to me is the lack of dust or visible ground disturbance caused by the rotor wash. If he's using a long liner to hover and given the vegetation if short enough, not unusual. Here is another view. As an Army CH-47 helicopter pilot, these are my questions. Who was filming the video? It looks like the camera was mounted to the line, which implies this was planned. No one just carries a night vision camera and a rope mounted in their pocket for the heck of it. Why is there no dust blowing, grass moving, or any sign of the rotor helicopter's wash visible? So both pilot comments picked up on that. What is the light source that is casting a shadow behind the egg? Backlighting? I need to learn to do that one day so I don't look like an egg. But there's more. First of all, that isn't the only object that Jake claims he retrieved.
There's 2 objects that I'm here to talk about. One was the egg, the other is what we called an 8-gon. The 8-gon was essentially a flying disc with what looked like 8 delineated sections when looking down. This is one of the most profound experiences I've ever had in my life I'm about to share with you, so bear with me. As I came over this object for the pic, it was this overwhelming sense of emotion.
Is it your feeling? Are you suddenly having a mental breakdown on the job?
No, I felt like something connected with me.
Whatever experience he had, it does seem to have had a profound effect on him. He does seem sincere when speaking as a whistleblower.
I felt like something was inside of me. I felt like I was possessed by the most beautiful spirit I'd ever been possessed by. And
was it loving?
It was loving.
But the story doesn't end there. The benefit of me being slow is, since this story has broken, a lot more information has come out, and it's nuts. There are more eggs and beings. Sorry for my excited face, there should be a warning with that, may cause insomnia. A few days after the Jake Barber story came out, an anonymous poster on 4chan leaked more pictures of these egg UFOs claimed to have been taken in Antarctica in 2022. On Saturday, Jacob Barber appeared on News Nation to discuss his account of experiences recovering UAPs. By Monday morning, an anonymous user or users on 4chan shared videos and images resembling the News Nation footage, claiming they depicted an egg UAP discovered in an Antarctic ice cave in 2022. So remember that News Nation got the video independently, so could this 4chan poster be the original source? Is this part of the disclosure that even back in the 90s, we were being told would happen in 2025? The original anonymous poster described the object as of ancient origin and said they would reply to questions from other users. Before I get to their Q&A, which is a little strange, let's say, here are the pictures of alleged ancient alien objects on our planet. War of the Worlds would have been way more hilarious with giant eggs. We can see the alien objects there. I know I might sound stupid saying this stuff, but sounding stupid on YouTube has never been a problem for me. This picture here was apparently taken from a laptop, and here is something creepy. People have noticed hieroglyphics on the egg. This poster has even matched the symbols to the Egyptian hieroglyphics. There is a chance that this is one of the most legendary hoaxes of all time, where someone has taken pictures of an egg and convinced thousands and thousands of people that it's an alien UFO. In which case, as much as I don't like hoaxes, it's pretty funny. I don't know. I would love this to be true. This poster believes the cave looks to be CGI. I can't tell. Some people have even theorized it could be from a computer game. There are opinions on both sides of the debate, and I'm trying to give a balanced view of what people are commenting. It has gone viral. It's the big story out there right now in this genre, and it's across mainstream media. They are, of course, critical of it, mocking it, but to be fair, they've done that about the UFO subject for decades. When questioned, the purported leaker provided several details. The object was described as an ancient artifact of unknown metallic composition. It was reportedly not hollow and lighter than expected, and they claim to have discovered a living non-human entity. Alien. Dear internet, you're not taking the word alien away from me. Here are the pictures of this alleged alien coffin pod. There is the main coffin-like structure with some sort of apparatus above them. It looks like screens, maybe. It's hard to estimate the size. Can any of you tell me whether that's huge or small? I don't go in caves, it's a long story. It's hard to see any details. It could be a model made at home by anyone really, or it could be an alien pod. That is what makes this stuff tingle me. The UN Office for Outer Space Affairs was cited as a recording party. Billy Kryzak, who I've shown on this channel before in relation to the cubes and spheres, believes that these are real.
All right, let's get to the pictures that came out. This was posted on 4chan, and the story behind it is it's just some anonymous person threw it out there. It basically says it's all going to come out anyway, so I don't really care. Is really the tone of everything. And they're running film. They probably had an ISO that was pretty high, knowing that they were going to be in a dark environment.
Here's a Q&A from the uploader. Who did you work for? DOD. Same task force as Jake Barber? No. Care to share any details whatsoever of the object? Seems to be of ancient origin. There is no way of getting inside it, but it doesn't seem to be hollow. It's not that heavy. The material is unknown, but it's some kind of metal. Why did you put civilization in quotes? What was found inside the cave was more like a military base than a civilization. I don't know what these non-human entities were doing. The place was abandoned. What were you doing in Antarctica in November of 2022? Retrieving ancient artifacts. We found a live non-human sentient being within a coffin-like pod, then killed it and mounted it on our office wall. I'm not sure how much fun me reading this is to watch. It's like the substitute teacher that goes through every line of the textbook. What time does the lesson end? Got more videos, photos, many more you wouldn't imagine. The creature was found in a pod. Did you look at it? I have photos of them. They are tall, 8 feet tall, white long hair and a human face. Yet there is something off. The entity is alive, recuperating from their sleep. So that sounds like perhaps the Nordics that people talk about, which are these tall beings with long, light hair that look human. I'm obviously definitely not one. The entity learns quite fast. They learned English and German in less than a week. Nerd. So there's so much more in relation to this object and the being. It's a really fun rabbit hole to go down. If you look on the internet, you're going to find all of this information from 4chan. I would imagine that there's a lot more that will come out soon, and I just hope my laptop stops messing around so I can read about it. Let me know your thoughts. Where do you start with this one? Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.